The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
And welcome back. It's the segment we have been looking forward to all morning.
Yes, indeed. Krissy Gibson from Take the Cake is getting one of our 5 a day into us in the best way possible. Good morning, Krissy.
Morning.
Hi, Krissy.
You have spoken about this particular pie for nigh on 3, 4, 5 years.
Only because I know how much you love banana desserts.
Well, I'm a fruit fiend.
This is right up your alley. We are starting with a basic short crust crust. Now, on your website, I have my recipe for just a very basic pâté brisé. So it's just a short crust.
A pâté brisé?
See?
Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est le pâté brisé?
Just a pastry crust.
Oh, right.
Okay, and so either you can buy one prepared or you can make your own.
Okay.
If you'd like to make your own, I have one there on the recipe for you.
Okay, done and dusted.
It's very simple, food processor deal. Anyway, you'll bake that for 15 minutes just to get it nice and baked and then cooled. And we move on to the pudding. We're making a vanilla pudding, which is the filling for this pie. Now, over here we would call a pudding something else completely, but in North America, a pudding is a dessert, either vanilla or chocolate.
So that's like a custard, is it?
Exactly.
Okay.
But it isn't quite as thick and rich as a custard. Okay. Now, this is a beautiful pudding. So if you want to stop right here and chill this and eat that by itself, you won't,
You're good to go,
you won't be disappointed.
Drink it from the saucepan.
What we do is we whisk together 400 mils of full-fat milk and 140 mils of cream, all right? We add 100 grams of white sugar, either castor or granulated, and the tiniest bit of salt, just 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is a lot less than a gram, okay? I don't know if you saw how much salt I put in there. It wasn't much.
Yeah, tiny bit.
We whisk these together and we simmer it. We do not bring it to a full boil, okay? But you will get some steam coming out of it.
Okay.
Now, while that is simmering and it's almost good and hot, we take 4 egg yolks, all right? 4 egg yolks, and we whisk it together with 30 grams of corn flour, all right?
Oh.
Now, we do this separately. We want to do it quickly, all right? We're gonna work quickly with this step because we don't want it to harden too much, okay? We're gonna keep whisking these 2 ingredients together until they become creamy and smooth, all right? Now, can you see that in there?
Yeah.
It's beautiful color.
Yeah, it's a really nice color, isn't it? Now, we're gonna temper this by taking a bit of our steaming milk mixture, okay? About 240 mils of it. That's about a cup, okay? And we're gonna add it very slowly to our egg mixture. Now, I've got a bowl here with a rubber bottom.
Okay, so it'll move.
It won't slip. So here I go, very slowly, just a little bit at a time, and I'm whisking at the same time and making a bit of a mess. Okay? Now, what this is gonna do, the reason we're tempering the eggs is because we don't want them to scramble. We don't want scrambled eggs. We're just making a nice pudding. So we're whisking these together.
Because if you chucked all that hot liquid on top of those eggs straight away,
Scramble them, would it?
Scramble them. So
Exactly.
tempering means you're going to bring the temperature of the eggs up slowly.
Yep, and then we're adding them to the warm milk mixture.
Yeah, okay.
And now they're not going to be in shock because they're already a bit warm, okay? Now we do the same over here. Very slowly add them to the milk mixture, okay?
So it's a similar process to a custard or a creme anglaise, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And this is the perfect filling for this pie.
Beautiful.
Now, we're done mixing that. The thing is that we're gonna turn the heat up now, and we're gonna bring it just to a boil. Once you see that it's thickening up, and you've got big bubbles coming out of it, stop. Okay? There'll be big bubbles. They'll look like lava.
Can I just ask, Krissy, in case I wasn't hearing right, because I'm playing catch up usually, did you say simmering or steaming?
Simmer.
Simmer.
And you will notice that the milk starts to steam.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's the same thing.
It's just not gonna full boil.
Gotcha.
I've just added about, how much butter did I add? 30 grams maybe? It's on the
We have
website.
all the details up on our website.
And 10 mils of vanilla, which is about 2 teaspoons, okay? So I'm gonna mix those together, and we're gonna watch those big bubbles come, and once the big bubbles come, we stop. We take it off the heat, and you know what we do with it? We cover it in cling film. Now, we take the cling film, I've got one here that's cooled. When you take the cling film, you cover it to the surface of the pudding. Do you see what I've done
so
here?
drop it down to the top of the liquid.
And that way we won't get that skin on it.
yeah.
We don't want the
Yeah.
skin. We want it to stay nice and creamy and smooth, all right? So that's what I've done here. This one has cooled a bit. I'm going to take that over here to my pastry shell, and we did say this was banana cream pie. We haven't used any bananas yet. This is the part where you go to the bananas, okay? You take your pastry shell and you fill it with about 3 sliced bananas, okay?
Oh, that's more than one of your 5 a day if you eat the whole thing.
Listen, this will do me till Wednesday.
Altogether, you're going to be using about 4 bananas because you're going to top. You see what I've done over here? I've topped this one with another banana.
So the big difference in this and banoffee is there's no caramel.
No caramel.
So it's lighter, as you said earlier on.
It's just a little less.
Yeah.
Sometimes I love banoffee pie. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I find it a bit much. You know, this is a bit more elegant and a little less overpowering. I'm going to put a little bit of this cooled custard, not too cooled, by the way, only 15 minutes. I'm going to put a little bit of this cooled custard on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to fill my pie with 3 sliced bananas.
So you're layering.
Yeah. Actually, you don't even have to layer that much.
Okay.
If you don't want to layer, that's fine. Put your bananas on the bottom.
Okay.
Pour the cooled custard over the top.
it, yeah.
I just like to try to avoid air pockets at the bottom.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So here we have our pie filling, and we are done. Now, do you remember what I did with that cling film a minute ago? We're going to do that the same thing over here. Okay? We cover that in cling film by making sure the top of the pudding is covered, and that way there will be no skin.
So you refrigerate that then, do you?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, that chills overnight, or at the very minimum 4 hours. So if you want to do this for dessert one night, you could chill it in the morning. You could make it in the morning and chill it, and it'll be ready to go in the evening. You know, bananas, you know how they brown.
Yeah.
If you eat this 2 days later, you'll notice that your bananas have started to turn a little bit in there.
But for the best practice would be overnight, though, if you can.
Overnight, if you can, minimum 4 hours.
Okay.
So, whipped cream. You're going to make your own whipped cream at home, just a little bit sweetened with a little bit of vanilla extract in it. This part is also on the recipe on your website. We take this cream. It's about, how much did I use? 400 mils, okay? Go ahead and taste that, because this is just...
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to this, Chrissy. I mean, it's just...
He's waiting for permission.
I'm topping the pie with 400 mils of
Yeah, I
cream.
don't think
You
I'm
can
gonna
use
like
up
this.
to 600 mils if you're a fanatic like I am. And whip it up nice and stiff. Do not whip your cream so that it stays runny. You want to whip it nice and stiff. Not all the way till it's butter, but just, you know, nice and firm. And then top it off with some bananas on top. You see? What do you
so
think?
Sweet.
But
We won't get any words out of him now for a few
Not
minutes.
quite as, Aiden, you're going to have to do the talking. Not quite as sweet as banoffee pie, though, huh?
No, it's not, and it is lighter. Yeah, it is
Lighter and really, it's just a beautiful, beautiful pie.
Oh, sweet
You take over with the talking for a sec
Mother
there.
of mercy.
Oh, look at that. We heard from Simon.
That is very light, but very, very delicious.
Yeah.
And it has been worth the 3-year wait.
Right answer.
That's a great,
Oh,
that's a
Chrissy,
great
that's
pie.
beautiful.
I'm so glad you
Thank
like
you,
it.
Chrissy.
Consistency's
Gorgeous.
My pleasure.
Well, we got to finish that
Wow.
now. Full recipe details are up on our website, or as ever, Chrissy's own website, which is takethecake.ie, for more of her recipes and stockists.
Thank you, Chrissy. Now, Zara Larson is standing by. We're crossing to her live in Stockholm after this quick break. See you in a minute.
The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.